Again, on your website, it said you wanted to end the failed war on drugs. When you say that end the failed war on drugs, I think that kind of explaining that for different candidates means something different. So what does that mean for you when you say end the failed war on drugs?
The war on drugs has failed. And, we now have 106,000 kids who died this year from fentanyl. That is more American children than died in Vietnam as soldiers during the 20-year environmental law, but it's double that amount, but in 1 year. We lost Vietnam, with those casualties after 20 years. We're losing the war on drugs every year. We need to figure out a different way of handling addiction. And, I myself was an addict for 14 years. I've been sober for 40 years, but I went through a period in the years after my dad's death when I was addicted to drugs. And I've spent my life studying recovery and understanding what helps people actually recover from drugs. And it's not just the 106,000 kids who died this year. Almost a quarter of the people who are in prison today. We have one of the largest prison population in the world, and maybe second now to China. It went down slightly during the pandemic, but a quarter of those people are in there for nonviolent drug crimes. Those people should be offered rehabilitation from drugs. They should be, we should have easy rehabilitation centers available to them. We need to heal our country. We've got these terrible issues with mental illness, with addiction, and with addiction also not only to illegal drugs, but also to SSRIs, and which are very, very difficult to get away. Benzos and these classes of drugs that are hard to get away from. And I intend to make that kind of rehabilitation available to every American and make it cheap, and start investing in mental health. We have 300,000 soldiers who are suffering PTSD. We need to focus on mental health. We need to start healing our country. And that's going to be a priority to me, and not putting people in jail for drugs. We put people in jail for crimes, for violent crimes. To put somebody in jail for 10 years for having a joint, marijuana, maybe that person is an addict. They should be offered an opportunity to walk away from their addiction and become productive members of our society. And we need to help them do that. We need rehabilitation rather than prison.